Hello everyone. Today we're talking about Mercy. Mercy is a powerful support that uses her movement to go teammate to teammate for heals and damage buffs. Those coming to Overwatch from Team Fortress 2 will recognize this character immediately and then wish their medic had wings of his own. Mercy's role is to keep her front line healed while boosting the power of her highest damage dealers. These both come from her primary weapon. Her staff shoots out a beam that tethers to her teammate until it gets out of range. This beam can either heal for 50 HP a second or boost their damage by 30%. The healing beam is yellow and the damage boost is blue. If you are being healed or boosted by a Mercy, you'll see her health bar appear in the lower left of your UI, outlined in what color she's using on you. That way you know she's taking fire. As Mercy, you can switch between healing and boosting seamlessly without having to retarget your teammate. To retarget your staff, just unclick and click on a different teammate. Having another teammate step in front of you won't automatically switch your beam. Keep an eye on everyone's HP. You are a single target healer, so your focus must be on the enemy team as much as it is on your own. Your flight ability allows you to quickly fly to any teammate somewhat close to you so you can heal them up and then fly back to the front line. Or vice versa. You can pick a ranged damage target like Pharah or a sniper to boost their damage while they pick off the enemy team one by one. You can glide in the air to keep up with Pharah, so you will always be able to have a beam on her to keep her alive and killing. Then, if your front line needs help, fly to them and start healing them up. Just keep that in mind. You can only heal one at a time and only so fast, so you need to get there before it's too late and you get overwhelmed. If your team is getting pushed back or just wrecked altogether, find someone behind you to fly to quickly get away. It can keep you alive to safely help out the rest of your team until you all regroup, or so that you can use your ultimate to get your team back up instantly. Mercy's ultimate is a resurrection AoE. While teammates are dead and waiting to respawn, Mercy has the ability to use her ultimate to res you right where you died. Teammates cannot hold out on respawning to wait for your ultimate, so timing is key. You can't necessarily wait until 4 people have died to use your ultimate unless something like a Pharah or Bastion ult just immediately wiped your team. There are things to consider when using your ultimate though. If you are rezzing 1 or 2 people, will they be safe to fight? If your tank had to respawn and you res a McCree or Junkrat out in the open, you just killed them over again and that wasted more time for them to respawn and properly get back into position. And if you're able to res multiple teammates, will they get blown up by an enemy ult as soon as they get back up? When you res a teammate, they are frozen and invulnerable for a few seconds before they can move. This gives the enemy team plenty of time to set up a good Pharah or Hanzo ult for your teammates to wake up to. It also freezes you in place, and you're not invulnerable, so you might have just gotten yourself killed as well by a quick snipe. It is the biggest double-edged sword in the game by far. In pub games, at least 70% of the time people get rezzed by a Mercy, they get immediately killed all over again. They have to have protection. The tank has to be alive, or the teammates that are dead must be in a safe position. Like if a Reaper flanked from behind and ulted, go ahead and res everyone. All they have to deal with is a Reaper if he's not already dead. That's a great Mercy ult. Got your payload push halted by the death of your tank and the rest of your front line is starting to take punishment? Get that tank back up and get that push going again. Defending heavily with a damage boosted Bastion until he gets sniped faster than you can heal him? Get him back up and find a new position before the enemy team can push through. Good small reses will more often than not be more effective than a full frontline res. Unless you are all on the point contesting to win, then pop that ult for a full team resurrection. It's not smart, but it still makes your push twice as strong. If it doesn't work, your team will probably have to kill time before their next ult is up anyways. And Mercy's ult is quick to charge. Constantly using your staff gets your ultimate back up in no time. Another reason to use it for smaller purposes. If you res your tank to keep a push going, if a minute later your front line gets demolished by an enemy ult, your ultimate should be back up to use if it's a good idea. Being a healer, Mercy is good on any map, attacking or defending. When defending, you have to be more aware of the enemy team though. They will constantly be pounding away at your front line, so you will be hanging out there more than helping your backline unless you can really rely on boosting a solid sniper or Bastion. You can always boost the people in the front line of course. A boosted Roadhog or Soldier 76 can clear out enemies and weaken their attack constantly. Meanwhile, on attack, Mercy can boost her teammates' damage output to break through the front line or clear out the back line for an easier push. When pushing in though, you'll be fighting their tougher defenses, so your healing will be needed. If you get caught out with no one to fly to, you can whip out your secondary to fight back. Close to D.Va's pilot pistol, it fires rapid shots at a slower rate, but does more damage. So spamming is dangerous, but if you can track your targets properly, you can deal a lot of damage and possibly win the fight. Counters to Mercy are snipers, control heroes, and burst damage. Snipers are always looking to pick you off. Luckily, your staff beam tethers to a decent range, so you can hide behind corners until the team starts to push in. Then hide behind your tank. McCree and Roadhog's one-shot combo will always be the death of you. You can hide away from Roadhog for the most part, but a McCree can just roll out and pop you. If you see him coming, fly away so that he focuses someone else, then fly back in to heal your team up or boost their damage to make sure that McCree doesn't make it out. Mei isn't too scary since she can't slow down your flying. Burst damage like Pharah and Reaper are your biggest fear. If you can't react fast enough, you're instantly dead and not a lot you can do about it. It's their job, and yours is to see it coming. And there's the point I try to make to all supports. You are one of the biggest targets in the game. As important as it is that you stay alive to heal your team, the enemy has just an important target on your head. So don't get too frustrated if you feel you're easily focused down. In pub games, sometimes your team can't keep up a strong defense or offense, and the enemy can quickly get to you in droves. Supporting is very disheartening and the hardest role to carry a team with. If you're dying more than you'd like, do the best you can to be safe, but always put your team first and heal as much as possible. It's why they gave us such strong ultimates, for that one push or defense that could decide the game. But in the end, it's just a game, and you can try again with a new team as soon as you finish trudging through this one. If you have a Mercy on your team, focus on having a balanced team composition. Just keep in mind how she helps you when deciding who to pick. As a tank, Roadhog and Zarya can have much more poke with boosted damage when they trade with enemies. Strong range damage is great like Widowmaker and Bastion. She can make you stronger and keep you healed so that you can focus on attacking. And one crowd control next to her in the front line is greatly appreciated for protecting Mercy from flanks. That's it for Mercy. I hope this helps you decide when to pick Mercy or how to help a Mercy on your team. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for updates on future hero tips and share this with your friends or anyone you think might be interested. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.